Hey everybody, it's your boy Spanky. I'm back with another video. I know this is kind of unusual for me to actually have a video showing my face on YouTube, which I've never been ashamed of. I guess I just never done it up until now. But today I'm gonna be talking about my Tier 1 Concealed EDC-S belt. I think it's the Tier 1 Concealed edition of the Hunter Constantine belt. I think Hunter Constantine is a competitive shooter, and they liked his design, and they decided to do a collab with him, same way they did with Core Essentials. But before I get into my review of this belt, I want to do a quick EDC dump and show you what I typically carry on me each day. It changes from time to time, but currently, okay, my Apple Watch Ultra, I love it. I'm an Apple Watch fanboy. I just love the Apple Watch. It actually helped me a lot in life. My story with the Apple Watch is extremely unique, and I might get into that one day. Other than that, my beanie that I used when I was in the Iraq War, it was issued to me when I was in the Marine Corps back in whatever time we switched over from the old woodland camouflage pattern to the digital camouflage pattern. So that kind of give you an idea. Probably I've had this hat for maybe going around about 20 years. It's been all around the world with me, both with military travel and my own personal travel back and forth to Europe. I think I might have taken it down to South America with me once. Also with my hoodie, it's actually with this nonprofit organization that I volunteer for from time to time, and everything. This hoodie is 100% made in America. The materials are sourced here in America. The dyes, the fabric, the silk screening, everything is 100% done in America, and 100% of all the proceeds goes towards programs for veterans to keep them on the move. Also, I'm carrying my Microtech Ultratech. I am a lefty, so I had to switch the belt clip over to the other side, and this is my baby. Hadn't failed me yet. This is more so for defensive use. I had another little cheap pocket knife that my kids got me years ago that I also carry. It has this little seatbelt cutter glass breaker, but the blade on it is pretty low quality. But somehow I've misplaced it, and I hadn't seen it in about a week or two. I've misplaced it several times over the years, but I've had it for like the last maybe 14 years or so. Also, let's see, little comb, made in the US comb by Ace for my little whiskers. Chapstick, this one happened to be cotton candy, but also with me being in the deep south, anything below say 70 starts to feel kind of cool for me, so that's the reason I got on the hoodie. That's why I got on the hat. Other than that, I keep my Apple polishing cloths, and this is that official Apple polishing cloth. I remember when these kind of first came out to be sold separately. I think they came with the MacBooks automatically, but when they started selling them separately, they were sold out quick, and they weren't available for months. So I had to pre-order, not kind of pre-order it, so to speak, and I had to wait like 2 months just to even get it. What else I got on me? Of course, my regular wallet. And then on my iPhone, I keep one of their MagSafe wallets. And so the main thing that I'm here for is my, you can see the Spanky tattoo. That's actually my first tattoo I got when I was 18 years old on my mom's birthday, which happens to be today actually. So happy birthday to my mom. But Also, I have my Tier 1 Concealed Axis Elite. This is my very first holster from Tier 1 Concealed. And I have 2 wedges on it, one on the mag carrier, one on the main for the gun holster. When I first ordered the wedges, I think I got the large for both sides. And I went out of the country for a little bit, and I set this whole thing fit inside my what is it called? Vaultec LifePod 2.0 gun case, bedside gun case, as well as travel case. And while I was gone, it compressed the wedge down perfectly. Actually, when I got large, it was actually too big, but that being in the case for like, I think 2 weeks, compressed it down and it stayed there, and it was actually to the perfect thickness and everything, and it's much more comfortable. But for the main thing, like I said, is I'm here for this belt, to show y'all this belt, and I move the camera again so that we can get into it. This belt ain't that hard to pull off. But the jeans I'm wearing are actually the 511 jeans. And these pants, I think they actually are made with the intention of carrying every day. So with that being said, they made out of like this stretchy type material, and they're actually pretty good. So when I went with the Tier 1 Concealed EDC-S belt, I got the regular size in black. And keep in mind, these belts, when they first launched, they sold out within minutes, literally. Like you couldn't, like it was crazy, like maybe within 5 minutes or less. At first I was like, man, I can't justify the price because it's pricey for what it is. But don't get me wrong, I love my Core Essentials belts and I still use them, but this one is more so dedicated for the appendix carry style, whereas my Core Essential, it can do appendix carry as well as strong side or whatever. But yeah, so I'm gonna use that. I do have an outside the waistband Core Essential, not Core Essentials, but Tier 1 Concealed Centurion, not Centurion, but the Mora holster, and that's a great holster as well. And I have that also where I can use in the wintertime when I feel like outside the waistband carrying. But yeah, let me get into it. So with this belt, it has this like rigid front end, and it's pretty rigid. It has a little bit of flex, but nothing where it'll, you know, deform over time or whatnot. And and it has this I call it a G hook, and as you can see, it has the Tier 1 Concealed on it. And so yeah, you just put it through your loops and then you hook it on the side, and it's actually good to go from there, and you can wear it as a regular belt. And what I like about it is it's not as thick as my Core Essentials EDC gun belt, and so therefore it's just a little bit more comfortable. It gives you a little bit of flex on the sides and in the back, but the appendix rig is really stable, so therefore it's more ideal just for appendix carry only. Like I said, I think that's what it was primarily designed for. It probably could be tweaked to be used for like a strong side carry, depending on where you hook the G hook in. But other than that, it's simple and straightforward. It's a pretty neat idea, and for what it is, it gets the job done very nicely. And I've learned over time from buying from Tier 1 Concealed that if they're willing to do a collab with a company or put their name behind it, you typically can trust that it's going to be a pretty good product. I haven't had anything from them. I bought several items from them over the past 2 years, I think, and I haven't had anything that I hadn't that I've regretted buying from them. Everything I've gotten from them has just been completely solid. And I'm also waiting for one of their rifle slings. Their I think it's called tight line or flat line rifle sling to come back in the stock, and I'm gonna get it as well for my AR and see how that goes. Because like I said, typically when they decide to do a collab with a company, they really like the product, and they find it that it's very, very user friendly and practical. But other than that, I'm gonna keep this fairly short, and yeah, but that's pretty much the gist of that belt, and I like it. I really love it, and I kind of don't see myself using any other belt for appendix style carry. It's just a great belt. I am going to get the tan one when I get a few more coins in my bank account. But yeah, it's kind of starting to get cold now, so yeah, I might do some open carry here and there with like with my hoodie over my waist, so I won't, you know, just really totally be open carry. I do like to walk in wooded areas and stuff, and where I'm at, it still can get fairly warm throughout the day, and I'm kind of scared of gators, and it's a lot of water around where I'm at. So other than that, what's coming up is I have a few other reviews. I'm kind of in a unique situation with my residency, so I haven't been able to get any guns because of my legal residency limbo type situation. But trust, more stuff is coming. Also, with the state of the world and the political and social unrest around the world, dealing with certain things when it comes to armed conflict, I would say this: if you are in an area and you're surrounded by people that don't want you there, so to speak, and I don't necessarily understand the government's thinking that you should have the civilian population unarmed, but that's a recipe for disaster. And we saw that here the past few days. Now, as far as whether whoever side you're on, I'm not going to get into all that, but I just thought that was a unique situation. You know, you're in a particular spot in the world and get surrounded by people that don't want you there, but yet you keep the civilian population unarmed. They would have had a better chance if they were armed. Yeah, I don't think it would have been as bad. But other than, and you could kind of say the same thing with Ukraine as well. If more of the people were armed, knowing that the way Russia has been in the past few years, they should have had armed their population. You know, people are scared of troubled freedom. They want peaceful slavery, and unfortunately, you can kind of see the downside. You can see the downsides of peaceful slavery in what I call peaceful slavery. You got to learn to embrace freedom with everything that comes along with it. And I'm gonna leave it at that. And I just want to say, I hope everybody, you know, stays safe. I pray that I never have to use these weapons. You know, but like they say, if you want peace, you got to prepare for war. But I want everybody to be safe. I want everybody to just ride out the rest of this year and just be prosperous. I want world peace, and again, just start thinking about being your own first responder. Stop thinking that the government gonna save you, because that's not the case. But other than that, I'm gonna let y'all go, and I'm gonna try to keep this quick and short and simple. Have a nice evening and carry your weapon. Be peaceful, but stay dangerous.